Alright guys, I'm Mr. Reynolds. I'm going to briefly go through the mid-segment practice assignments. Ms. Lowry did the notes and videos for you earlier. You should have done read through those and listened to her examples. And then you should have done this practice, and then you get feedback from your particular teacher, whether it's Ms. Lowry or myself or Ms. Hodges. And then you are going to, check and make sure you're doing them right before you take the final assessment over this particular material. So, in triangle MNP, the midpoints of the sides, name the segment parallel to the one given. So, we're given MN. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to mark where that is. Okay? And I want to pick the side that is running parallel to that. Okay? From the larger triangle. So in the larger triangle, it would appear that FH or HF, completely up to you which way you put it. Okay, I'm going to put FH is running parallel. Alright, we're going to do that for each of these four. So the first thing again, I'm going to mark the one that they gave me. They gave me ZX. So start at Z and go all the way to X and just follow that line. And then find the one that's running parallel to that. On the smaller triangle, PMN. And that would be MN. It's running parallel. For number 3, mark TU. Okay, all you're doing is marking the one that's given and then finding the one that's parallel. The one that's parallel here is NP. And lastly, for this one, we want to mark GH and look at that inner triangle and find the one that's running parallel to that, and that would be NP. Okay? Down to the next section. Find the missing length that's indicated. Okay? Find AB. So first off, I'm going to mark AB so I know where it's at. And then what you should have learned from your lesson or from your videos watching Ms. Lowry is that whatever this is, it is going to be half of the side that matches with it out here, which in this case is 24. So in other words, I need to multiply it by 2 for it to be equal to 24. And we're going to solve that problem. Now you can use a variable, x, y, whatever you want. I wouldn't recommend a variable that's already being used in here. That's why I use the question mark. So to solve this, I would divide by 2. And I get that the question mark is 24. Okay? Some of you can probably have done that in your head. 24 divided by 2. Alright? But I'm trying to show all the steps here. Alright? In number 6, FD. So I'm looking for FD. So there's my question mark. And I'm given this. So I'm given the small inside line UV. I know that the outer one is twice as big. So when I set up my problem, I need to multiply the 5 by 2 in order to get the question mark. Okay? And that is 10. So that outer line, the length of that outer line is 10. Okay? Moving on to number 7. Find IH. So I'm looking for IH. Again, same rule applies. I'm looking for the inner one. So it's what's being multiplied by 2. And that's going to equal 6. When you solve that, you divide by 2. And as you can see, it's the same process over and over again. Alright? ZX. ZX is here. Okay, I don't know that, but I do know that the inner line of the smaller triangle is 6. And the rule is that I need to multiply that by 2. So, 2 times 6 equals question mark, which means that it's going to be 12. Now, in the last section, solve for x. I don't know what either of these lengths are exactly, but I do know the relationship between them. Okay? This needs to be multiplied by 2 in order to equal this line out here. In other words, VW is half of the size of SQ, so I need to multiply it by 2 so that they can be equal to each other. Then I just set that problem up. 19 plus x equals 2 times 2x plus 26. Okay? from there, I'm going to use the distributive property on the right side. That would be 4x plus 52. Now, if you need your calculator, go to your calculator. Let it help you out. Okay? Let's get the like terms on the same side. I'm going to subtract x on both sides and go ahead and do that. I'm going to get 19 equals 3x plus 52. Okay? And then from there, I'm going to subtract 52 on both sides. You might need to come over here like I'm going to, because I'm going to end up with 3x is equal to, and again, 19 minus 52 if you need it, is negative 33. Last step, division, and you get negative 11 equals x, or x equals negative 11 if you feel better having the variable on the left side. Alright, we're going to keep going with those. Same type of problem here. The inner one needs to be multiplied by 2. Okay, you can put the 2 in the front or in the back, doesn't matter. Okay, and then they can be set equal to each other. So x plus 10 equals 2 times x, 2 times 2x minus 10. Okay? So we're going to simplify the right side here. X plus 10 equals 4x minus 20. I'm going to subtract x on both sides, leaving me with 10 equals 3x minus 20. Add 20 to both sides, leaving me with 30 equals 3x, divide by 3, and I get x equals 10. Alright, same deal here. Notice it's the same process over and over again. The inner one gets multiplied by 2, and then I can set them equal. So 2 times 7 plus x equals x plus 9. 14 plus 2x equals x plus 9. And then I'm going to subtract x because I like to keep my x's positive if at all possible. Okay, so 14 plus x equals 9. And then subtract 14. And we get x equals negative 5. Okay, now as we finish these up, we'll go back and talk about how you could check and make sure you got that correct. And we'll talk about that for all 4 of these down here at the bottom. But let's finish up the last one with the rule. Multiply by 2 so that I can set them equal. 2 times x minus 3 equals x minus 1. 2x minus 6 equals x minus 1. Subtract x. I always do my x's first. So I get x minus 6 equals negative 1, and then we're going to add 6 to both sides. And that works out to x equals 5. Alright, now the last thing I just want to mention real quick is if you want to make sure that that 5 is correct, we could go in and plug that back in. So, what is 5 minus 1? 5 minus 1 equals 4. And if I did it here, 5 minus 3 equals 2. 4 is twice as big as 2, so that makes sense. Our answer that we got for x does make sense because we know that the outer line has to be twice as long as the matching inner line, the parallel inner line. Okay? The mid-segment line. Alright, so that is practice 1. I'll try to timestamp it for each of the 3 sections. And then if you missed stuff from the second assignment, check out the next video.